Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Gig economy.
Hey, this is KG Sports, and you're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
Hot Facts. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and add you on my other phone. Hot Facts.
With Robert Reese.
Facts with Robert Reese. Damn, you pull right on up. You know what I think I seen. Alright, here you go. Y'all go ahead and go subscribe to Hot Facts with Robert Reese. He dropping some knowledge. Just subscribe. Let me hit that notification bell. I can't tell everybody to do that, and I don't do it.
Guys like entertaining channels, and I don't try to promote drama. Some people will look at it drama. Some people will just look at it as the facts and reality. And a lot of what drama is, it is reality with certain people and how they present it. But go check out Hot Facts with Robert Reese. He has a really, really entertaining channel. Is very professional at what he does. You'll get a lot of good info and a lot of good laughs out of it to really make you see in the world how some people hide behind a computer screen, want to talk trash about others with complete false realities. But he is the type of guy that will bring reality and truth to his live streams, and he shuts a lot of people down. I mean, he shuts them down quick.
All right, people. Hot Facts with Robert Reese here. We got a really, really good Juneteenth live stream today. That's me on the Family Feud right there. That's the Game Show Network. Head on over to Amazon Prime. Go ahead and you can watch the whole John O'Hurley season. You'll see the Reese family up there. We lost, but it was a very, very, very entertaining match. Go ahead and check that out. But Juneteenth, we're gonna go do a little bit of history. We got some robot takeover, and out of all people, Torp, sorry, brother, but on Juneteenth, I gotta chop your head off. I'm sorry, man. I gotta chop your head off. I don't know what got into you. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna let everybody hear what I'm talking about. We're gonna watch everything and do the whole thing just like that. But it's crazy. Torp, I don't know what's going on with you, but we will set this off. People, you are watching the hot seat. You all know when someone appears on the hot seat, it is going down, okay? You all know when someone appears on the hot seat, it is going down. It is going down with Torp. But it's Juneteenth, and I've been trying to get a lot of the gig world content creators to start doing things. They go out and do deliveries on Cinco de Mayo, St. Patrick's Day, any other thing to celebrate drinking or anything. They like to go out there. It's been going on now a couple years. I've been trying to get them to even do a live stream. Let's talk about Juneteenth. Have you gone to any festivals, tried out new food? There's a lot of people making a lot of money on Juneteenth. There's a lot of barbecue joints selling out with deliveries. There's a lot of people that have their own kitchens on DoorDash. I know my pops did his whole thing and did all of that. There's lots of soul food places. You can go ahead and get you some Caribbean food, get you some African food. There's food places going on all over the place where like downtown LA and places like that, a lot of delivery drivers are going to be making money on Juneteenth. So if you are a delivery driver, you do the gig apps and stuff like that, please do not. You should have content for today is what I'm saying. If you got content on every single day, you should have content about what you did today on Juneteenth. Now, we're going to talk about all the good stuff about Juneteenth, people. Food and gathering and everything else there. I've been asked this question, when is it? What is it all about? And a lot of people just don't know. But we're going to get into the history of that right now before I got to go ahead and rip a brand new one in the Torp. I cannot believe this gentleman did that. But people, let's take a look at this.
Hey, good morning, Heather and James. Juneteenth is still often overlooked, but as more cities begin to officially acknowledge the holiday, there's hope that recognition will grow.
It's important to understand that it was not even 200 years ago
that slaves were freed in the United States.
It's kind of a misnomer that the Emancipation Proclamation freed all slaves. Well, it didn't.
The Emancipation Proclamation initially only freed slaves in rebel states, and it took a while for word to travel. Juneteenth is a day to commemorate June 19, 1865, the last reading of the Emancipation Proclamation in Galveston, Texas, about 2.5 years after President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. It's a significant date in history as part of a broader journey to end slavery throughout the nation. That's why recognition of the holiday has been so important to the Black community.
Everything that our ancestors have gone through to get us to this moment. That's the biggest thing.
President Joe Biden signed the Juneteenth federal holiday into law in 2021 after it was passed by Congress.
This is a day of profound, in my view, profound weight and profound power.
Now cities and states around the country have also started to acknowledge it, including Tampa, St. Pete, and Clearwater, but Lakeland is only just officially recognizing Juneteenth as a citywide holiday for the first time today, after some back and forth with city commissioners.
Each county, each city, every time it's recognized as a paid holiday, is one step closer to the goals that our ancestors once wanted as well, and that's the freedom of us.
And while today will be a day off for some, hopefully it will be a time of learning too.
I hope that they reflect on not just having the day off to go and grill, but reflect on the purpose and the meaning behind Juneteenth.
Although getting Juneteenth acknowledged by the city of Lakeland this year was a win, many people who've been fighting for this tell us it's just the beginning. They want to see Juneteenth recognition across cities in Florida, all the way up to the state level.
I still feel like we still have a long way to go, and the biggest thing is we don't want to be that generation that just stops it here.
And the Juneteenth Freedom Festival in Lakeland is on June 29th from 1 to 6 p.m. at Simpson Park. For more details on that, check out ABCActionNews.com.
Juneteenth is the annual celebration of the emancipation of those that were enslaved in the United States by recalling the day that marked the final liberation of those that were enslaved. Over time, it has become a significant aspect of African American culture, and it's now being celebrated throughout the United States, with the hallmark feature being festivals and a sharing variety of foods which have a long-standing affiliation with the African American experience. The origins of Juneteenth can be traced back to the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, in which all enslaved people in the Confederate States were released from slavery. Despite the proclamation, an immense number of African Americans in Texas remained in bondage until June 19, 1865, when Union General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, and declared that every person should be set free. That date is honored as Juneteenth. If we want to understand the importance of Juneteenth, you have to understand the history of African Americans and their foods. During slavery, African Americans were denied the implementation of their culture and thus resorted to food as an expression of their cultural heritage. This is especially true with foods during Juneteenth. These foods are deeply rooted in the African American experience. Foods like barbecue, watermelon, and collard greens are all traditional dishes and reflect the resilience of the African American people. These dishes not only provided sustenance, but also served as a symbol of pride, courage and strength and the perseverance of African Americans in the face of adversity. Watermelon, for example, is a staple food for African Americans during slavery. It was easily cultivated in hot, humid climates of the southern United States and was one of the few fruits that were available to enslaved people. Plantation owners often allowed them to cultivate and sell their own, and they were also often given watermelon to celebrate during July 4th. After emancipation, watermelon became a symbol of Juneteenth and a reminder of the freedom that African Americans sought for. Formerly enslaved individuals would often avoid sharecropping on white-owned plantations by growing, consuming, and selling their own watermelon. This led to watermelon being seen as a symbol of pride long before the negative stereotype of watermelon being associated with Black people. Another popular food is barbecue, and it's also rooted in African American tradition of pit cooking. This method involved burying pits of hot coals within which the foods would be cooked. Enslaved Africans arrived in the American colonies as early as 1600s, and by the 1700s, African Americans were the go-to barbecue cooks. And this type of barbecue is a culmination of African, European, and indigenous meat cooking and seasoning techniques. Enslaved people were responsible for the most difficult and laborious tasks that included digging pits, chopping wood, butchering, processing, and cooking the animals. This is how they were able to learn and perfect their craft over centuries. During that time, any animal could be cooked in a pit. It could be a quartered cow, goat, a possum, a raccoon, or even a sheep. Following emancipation, African Americans moved to various corners of the nation and took their southern barbecue techniques with them. Subsequently, they continued to use the same cooking techniques while incorporating their own regional ingredients and flavors to the barbecue craft that is now linked to Juneteenth. Collard greens also has a long history of being associated with the experience of enslaved people in the United States. Greens originated in Greece, but it wasn't until the first Africans arrived in Jamestown, Virginia in the early 1600s that America was first introduced to the green leafy vegetable. Collard greens were one of the few vegetables that, once again, African Americans were allowed to cultivate for their own consumption. Resilient to a variety of climates and able to be harvested multiple times, collard greens were easy to store during the winter and could be cooked in a variety of ways. Boiling with pork fat or bacon was a popular method of seasoning the dish and adding flavor and protein to make it more filling. The popularity of collard greens spread throughout the South, making it a staple of many diets. After African Americans' emancipation, their love of greens continued, and they kept handing down their well-developed recipes for greens from one generation to the next. Even white Southerners began eating collard greens and found out what African Americans had known for generations. They were delicious.
Check out these deals of the week at Walgreens.
Additionally, the tradition of red foods and drink were another major way to commemorate Juneteenth. The practice can be traced back to West African origins. Historians believe that the symbolic meaning of the color red can also be associated with strength, spirituality, life, and death in many West African cultures, and that enslaved people brought that with them across the Atlantic alongside their knowledge of food. Two West African plants, the kola nut and the hibiscus, were imported to the Caribbean and the Americas during the transatlantic slave trade. Slave owners observed the kola nut being used as an energizer and a digestive or cold remedy, while the hibiscus flowers were steeped to make a reddish purple tea called bissap. When the kola nut was crushed into a powder and then added to water, it created a reddish brown refreshing drink. The practice of adding red hue ingredients to make a sweet, palatable drink was common, particularly in the southern United States. After emancipation, Black families often prepared homemade teas and lemonade that were infused with cherries or strawberries or other red fruits. Additionally, they would also preserve these fruits in a syrup made of vinegar or water, which could then be further sweetened and mixed with other beverages. By the late 1880s, food coloring became widely available and was used to create sodas like the Texas-made Big Red, and then carbonated drinks quickly became a popular part of Juneteenth culinary culture. Lastly, another red food that has its roots in African American culture is red velvet cake. This dessert was believed to be originated in the 1880s as a luxury food for wealthy plantation owners in the South. It is thought that red velvet cake is an adaptation of a European cake that used beetroot to color the cake. Over time, the distinctive flavor and color became a symbol of celebration. Its red hue is said to be homage to the blood shed by slaves during that period. Surprisingly, the original hue of red velvet cake was not as vivid as it is today. It originally had a reddish brown tint due to the chemical reaction between the brown sugar, the buttermilk, and the vinegar. food coloring was later added to the recipe to give it its distinct color, although the exact time and place of its introduction is unknown. But one theory is that red velvet cake made its debut at the Waldorf Astoria in Manhattan in 1959. Another is that a housewife dissatisfied with the color of the cake added red food coloring to the batter. Another theory is that a baker created a vivid red color in order to make a profit from the cake on Valentine's Day. Regardless of how the color came about, after emancipation, red velvet cake became a popular treat and is now associated with the holiday. The legacy of Juneteenth foods is a rich and vibrant one. From pit barbecue to watermelon to red velvet cake, Juneteenth is a holiday that brings people together as a reminder of the strength and beauty of African Americans. Although its origins of the holiday are rooted in sorrow, Juneteenth is a celebration of freedom, and it can be felt with every single Juneteenth celebration.
Now, I got to tell you guys this, my wife just had to connect and she was like, oh yeah, when I told her about my dad's punch, the red punch, it all makes sense. But always cherry pick said, Reese, I've never heard barbecue about being it. And now you guys know the history that when I tell you guys this, it's all factual. Now, Dennis Jerome Jr. said that he has not come from a lineage of slavery. And he said he did not descend from slaves. Let me tell you this. My grandmother went through all the segregation in the 50s. My great grandma was born in like the 20s, okay, cooking for white men and their families in their homes and doing that. My Aunt Lou still does that, okay. My great grandma, that's 1800s, y'all, right there. So Dennis, you're 37 years old. My sister just turned 38. So if my great grandma slaving, that means you at 37, your great grandma was slaving too. So there is no way in the world for you to be a black man and sit up here and say that you did not come from slaves. I'm glad Juneteenth is here because you just got to go back in history and just see where you came from. Okay, some of you guys got to go do the ancestry search and check that out. A lot of you guys don't know that. A lot of you guys are from, where you came in at different ports. You may have came in with Louisiana, and now you got Creole and all that stuff mixed in there with French and all type of things to go along with the soul food. You got all that stuff going on there, man. Also, speaking of Louisiana, they are the first state right now to have the 10 Commandments put up in all the schools. Okay, a lot of people. Let me just get this out the way. A lot of people don't know what that's all. You know what? I'm gonna go into that after because that's gonna get deep. But we got different ports and food. We got people that are up there in New York, and they have a Dominican feel and approach to the food they're making and all this other stuff. And people, you gotta understand, we helped build this country. We were brought here through the Atlantic slave trade, but there was open trade in routes going on for thousands of years where blacks and these ingredients were already over here to the United States and everything. A lot of you guys got to understand that stuff too. But what the slave trade did was it brought us over and everything they were doing in Africa. If you go look at the Zulus and South Africans and how they barbecue and do everything, it's the exact same thing. They got their spices and everything on how they do. But when slaves were brought here, instinctively, we're gonna go ahead and cook and do everything the same. Oh, we got pigs over there. You got pigs here? Okay, we got pig. Oh, they don't have no buffalo. No buffalo. No buffalo. They have cows. Oh, we got cows, people. We got chicken. They got chicken. It's other birds. We got everything. My dad's eating armadillos, said it's like a big old shrimp when you open it up. Possum. I'm eating a lot of stuff too. So when we have those resources of the meat, of course, we're going to cook them and do it how we were doing. And guess what? The slave owners were saying, we thought we was giving them scraps. They didn't we want that now. We want that. Now, did you see how all the scraps and everything that turned out to be fabulous? It went from terrible, bad, good to great. The slave owners wanted some of that. They even want the red velvet cake. Just imagine the slave master in there eating some old dried up Viking chicken. And then he's smelling. What's that smell? That's that new one. That's that new one that just came off the boat, huh? Who taught them how to cook that? Bob, go taste that for me, please. Tell me how that tastes. What is that? Boss, I think you better come on over here now. Try some of this. Who made this? They ain't want to say nothing. They always get beat. You don't say nothing, you go get whipped. Ah, massa, I makes that, massa. Still beat him for not telling. Why you didn't tell me you know how to make this? I wouldn't have whipped you right now. That's how slavery was, people. Then he figured out that he can cook, so he'll turn out to be the pit master on the outside. Then you have the housemaids of the slaves. They're on the inside cleaning the house. Some of those were getting raped by the white man. That's how the mixed kids came, but they were cooking all the other foods. Okay. Then you had the house nigga up there. He was able to run everything going on and oversee. He was like the manager. He was like the main boss. Okay, so that's how it ran. And from what we got going on, they want to get that. And so whenever you guys go eat barbecue and whenever you guys say this and that, just know that barbecue started and came. Now, other people throughout the whole history cook on flames and do things like that. But from what you see about American history and American culture, blacks brought barbecue in also, and that's a staple in America. Okay, that's a staple in America. You take out blacks, you take out barbecue, you take out the NBA, you take out really the NFL, you take out rap music, you take out R&B music, you take out rock and roll, you take out open heart surgery, you're taking down stoplights, you're taking away Spring Garner Award winners like Langston Hughes. Okay, you're taking away Martin Luther King's and Malcolm X's, and you're taking these people away. It would be a crazy America if you just took us out of here, wouldn't you say? Crazy. Now think of all the creations that have came because we came here. The blacks started kicking it with the Native Americans. What? Could you imagine that food on how that tastes? Then the blacks start mixing it. Oh, we got Polish people? What? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It will be crazy without blacks. And I'm gonna tell you guys this. A lot of you guys don't know that we had black presidents before Obama. Okay. A lot of you guys got to go back and understand about the congressional. You got to understand about the congressional president of the United States. That happened before we had the first president. Black man was the first congressional president of the United States. We had congressional presidents for a few years before the presidency was here. Okay. And a lot of you guys don't understand that the black people that were there, much like Frederick Douglass, there was no way that you can hold these black people back. So a lot had to change. And even the parties back then, the blacks were Republicans instead of Democrats now. So everything was switched. You guys got to learn that. And even throughout that switch, Abe Lincoln and George Washington was eating barbecue prepared, and Mr. Jackson with his slaves he had, they were eating barbecue. Just letting y'all know. Anybody want something to say about Juneteenth? You can click the link. You can click the link. It is there. I got something right here. We are going to get into this one right here. I want to get into it now. Before I get into Torp. Louisiana is the first state right now to have the 10 Commandments. My wife was letting me know to have the 10 Commandments placed up. It's in the schools, right? In the classrooms. In the classrooms. Okay. Let me take down that Juneteenth. Now, some people might say I'm about to open up a little bit too much, and I may, but it's all right. I believe in God, and it's all here. I'm just going to let you guys know that through certain organizations out there that requires membership, where there is a satanic presence there, they are to have whatever holy or religious book they came from on what they want to change from open when they are conducting or whatever else it is. They're like, you're like, what does that mean? Well, with the 10 Commandments being in every classroom, the 10 Commandments is something of God, God's rule. In these organizations, the holy book is opened up during because you're going against that holy book and going against the God there. So you are openly speaking and going against the God that you were taught to believe in to go into this. So when they put the 10 Commandments in the schools, it's going to be there as these are the rules. Now, while they are implementing Damien and same sex and same gender, everything, all of that stuff, when you read the book of Leviticus, is not supposed to be happening. So to have these things present in the school, you will be going against all of these things, which is a staple of Satanism. Now, I don't want to go too deep into it, but if you are an educated person and you do want to dive in deep and you do know how to keep your vocabulary and the information tucked down while speaking with me, I applaud you for coming on up. A lot of people refuse to get in conversations like this because they don't know, or they have a lot of hearsay. But a lot of you guys got to understand that I will say this, and it's not for which club it is or which organization it is. We have Skull and Bones, we have Freemasonry, we have Shriners, and we have all. There's so many. Then they have the ones on the women's side. All of these have rituals that you have to do. Now, Mr. Crowley or Crowley, okay, go check him out. Supreme Satanist there. He has it there, and the sacrifices that you have to do when you want to make the transition and do these things. And these same sacrifices are used in these other, what people would say, cults. There's videos on them on YouTube from people going on undercover and filming it. I'll just say that. People, you go ahead and do that. You got to understand how to get this stuff through. So when Louisiana puts up the 10 Commandments in the school, you know how they say that we don't want God in school? Well, why would you put the 10 Commandments in the school if you don't want God in the school? It's to go against it. You also do know that certain parts of the military, the Satanic Bible is implemented in our soldiers so they can go ahead and do what they got to do. So putting God in a school when you're going to be doing everything to go against God is going to be showing this. How many people are going to want to fight to make a real big change? All right. Now, right before Torp, JB Gunner asked someone on the Dennis Jerome Jr. show a question. And he said, if you saw a baby, a child being abused and beat, what would you do to the person that was doing it? OG said he would call the police and wait and watch. The other gentleman said that's the problem with our black people today. We'll stand there and just watch. JB Gunner said I would have went up there and did something. There was a guy that raped and kidnapped a 13-year-old girl the other day with a knife and felt that it was cool to go back in the same neighborhood. The community recognized who he was. They beat the crap out of him on sight. So OG, the answer to your question that you failed, all the other people in New York did what JB Gunner was saying. What would you do if a child was in danger like that? I'm just saying, JB Gunner beat you again in that argument because it was proven. Come on, man. It's Juneteenth. We got to do better than that, man. Come on, man. Go gig it in the house. Come on now. Come on now. Now I gotta get Torp. Now I gotta get Torp. I'm sorry. Torp, I gotta get you. People, let me get prepared for this. We all saw Torp. And Torp, I hope you're watching this, man. We saw you get mentally drained with the Eli thing. I completely understand. My wife watches Eli so much, and the people that talk about him, and she knows everything that's going on, like way more than freaking probably a whole lot of people. She is on it. So I understand the mental thing about Eli. You gotta learn to tune it out the best as you can and don't go nuts. But Eli had you go nuts. Not only did Eli have you go nuts, JB Gunner came and you were like, look up to him. He's so cool. And then when he beat you in the debate, you came and just start saying, well, JB Gunner's a racist and he's using the N-word and he can say it whenever he wants. And, you hear him say Tyrone's and you hear him say it with the A. He's trying to be respectful and not use the ER. But if you get a racist riled up, it's going to slip out. You are taking it as you are going to throw it out whenever you can, and it's A-okay. Now, Mondo said that he'll come up if HotFacts calls me, if Eli or if Dennis calls me. All you got to do is say my name 3 times, and I'll be there. He said that on the live stream. Planet Mondo, Planet Mondo, Planet Mondo. You're summoned. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Bring your ass up. You shouldn't have said that's how you're summoned, because that's what I just did. Bring your ass up, because I saw you in Torp's chat saying, look at the racism thing here. And then Torp did this thing. Now, it's gotten so crazy that Torp, your wife is sitting there in the background, and recently when you've been going on your rants, she looks over and gets up and walks away because you start going crazy. And she did it again yesterday, and like my mouth dropped all the way to the floor when I was watching what you were doing. People, I'm about to show you what the hell Torp is doing. Cruising Dasher, what's up, man? Long time no see. Long time no see. Glad to see you here. I'm going to show everybody what Torp did. Now, Torp, you're on the hot seat. You know the rules of the hot seat. You were telling people yesterday, I like the hot seat. Reese should just do drama. You look at his other stuff, just do drama. Look, Torp, I've been doing my channel like this the whole time, and all my numbers are there. But you want me to do drama? I'm doing the drama. You said you love the hot seat. It's the hot seat. You got to click the link. If you don't, whoop, whoop, whoop. Well, Torp, it's time for you to click the link, because now you're on the hot seat. Everybody, we about to watch what Torp did. Okay, watch this.
Yes, with $100 bill and throw it at Flex like it was his job. That's the shit that made me sick right there. Motherfucker, I don't give a fuck how much money you got. Can you make a point or not? Some niggers fucking throw around the money like it's their job to prove a point. That's what Biden doing. Biden is the whitest nigger I know. Pisses me off. I'm going to say it out loud. What's up?
All right. All right. All right. Y'all heard that. Can you take that coming down? All right. Y'all heard that, right? We go watch it again. Now, when he's doing this, he would start off a rant about Joe Biden, about immigration. And he said that Biden is the whitest N-word. He said Joe Biden is the whitest nigger. Now, Torp was saying that you shouldn't be saying the word, and I'm 10% black and all this other stuff, and I can say it, and he was slipping it out. Well, Torp, it just seems like you were looking for an excuse. You've been throwing it out. Like, I think you've used it more than JB Gunner since the introduction, and you're following him and enjoying him. I think you've used the word more times than JB Gunner now. And there's no excuse for you First of all, everyone says, well, I can't say everyone because everyone is not true. Whenever someone uses that in a statement, it's not correct. A lot of people refer to Biden as senile, dementia, what else do they say? He's senile, he got dementia. What's another word that they use for him? Just crazy. They use things like that. Now, maybe at a Klan meeting, the Klan might say that, Joe Biden is they may say it there at a Klan meeting, but we don't hear people saying that. And I think it's crazy because you're trying to defend using it whenever you want to. Now, when people are using it in a term or speech, like you're reading a book, Mark Twain book, like you're reading a book, or if you are in dialogue with, let's say, someone like me, and you'll say, look, the word nigger is a word that should not be used by anyone. Some people will use it like that. And they'll say, I don't like saying it myself. It makes me feel a certain way. But if I'm going to be reciting, or if I'm in a movie and it's a movie script and my line calls for me to say, hey, you nigger boy, that's part of the movie. Now, if that person takes that role that he is playing for the movie all the way to heart, and that's what he turns into every day, then that's one thing. But you were waiting for someone to come so you can just, because I said JB was going to bring out undercover racists. Now, I'm not saying you're racist, but you're in Kentucky, home of the Klan, 55, which means you grew up old school. There's some prejudiceness there. And there's some prejudices there on how you operate throughout the day. And maybe you interact and you're cool and everything, but that's one thing that you would just like to say whenever you want, is you want to use the word, but then you want to say, well, by definition, it means this. So I can just say, hey, this is like Angel. This is like me kicking off Angel. When Angel said he wanted to write Eli, and he actually did because Eli verified that, and he said, I want to call Eli the N-word, the N-word life coach. Eli, you did the exact same thing as that, but when I kicked them off, you said Emilia and Reese took care of that real quick, which means you agreed with it, but you turn around and do the exact same thing. Which makes me go into Torp mode now. Are you playing a big game? Or are you part of that community to where you did the same thing? Alike. Let's watch it again, y'all. I couldn't believe this. I couldn't believe this. And look, and when he says it, he's gonna say, yeah, I said it. He's angry. I don't know if he went and got the moonshine yet. Y'all let me know.
Yes, with $100 bill and throw it at Flex like it was his job. That's the shit that made me sick right there. Motherfucker, I don't give a fuck how much money you got. Can you make a point or not? Some niggers fucking throw around the money like it's their job to prove a point. That's what Biden doing. Biden is the whitest nigger I know. Pisses me off. I'm going to say it out loud. What's up?
Now, I don't know. Now, Mondo, you said if you say your name 3 times, you will click the link. Mondo, Planet Mondo, Planet Mondo, Planet Mondo. Click the link. I got to get you up here because I saw you up in the chat and you said something to him, and then he said something back to you, and I was like, what? I was like, what? It's like and look, he said it right there. He said it 3 times. I stopped it because he went on and said it like 2 more times. He said it 2 more. Like, I stopped it. Torp, that is a bad clip, right? That's a terrible clip. Because first you said niggers be spending money like this, and then you went and said Joe Biden is the whitest nigger. So if niggers are spending money, who are the niggers before Joe Biden is the whitest nigger? Torp, you on the hot seat, brother. You said you enjoyed last night. You said you enjoy the hot seat. You enjoy the hot seat. You enjoy how you said someone's gonna, and you can click the link. Well, you ain't never been scared. You clicked on the link with JB Gunner. You went on up there and did all your stuff. You clicked on the link and did all your stuff, man. Come on now. You clicked the link and did all your stuff, man. You got some answering to do. You got some answering to do, man. Now, Planet Mondo, how you doing, man?
Good, man. Can't complain.
This shit pissed me off because I was tallying up how many times he was using it before I got mad all the way, to come at him. And last night just threw me over the top. That just threw me over the top.
Yeah, I mean, I've been calling Torp racist for a while. I mean, it's pretty obvious he's racist. I don't know. You guys kept giving him a pass for saying he's 10% black and all this nonsense. You know,
I ain't never get a 10% black thing. I ain't never agreed to that.
Or Dennis, you know, when he was on Dennis's thing, he was saying that you know he's using it in context. Like, I don't know, dude. Torp used to be funny, you know, for the first few months that I saw him, and now it's just pretty cringy to see like a 55-year-old man go on the internet every night just screaming at the camera. And you know, he used to at least get some views. Now he's screaming at the camera for like 40 people. Like, it's not even worth it. But yeah, I'm surprised that the stream is still up. I thought he was going to delete that. He called me the N-word a bunch of times.
I thought he was gonna do that too. I was like, and then I was like, no, he's Torp. He's gonna keep it up. But he said he liked the hot seat and he likes how it is. So Torp, I want you to click the link. You got Mondo and HotFacts right here. Juneteenth throwdown, smackdown, Torp. Come on now.
I was trying to go on his channel yesterday. I kept telling him to drop the link because he talked about me for like 45 minutes. And I didn't even say anything. All I said is, here goes Torp with the racist shit. And then he blew up and started calling me the N-word and just started going crazy. I'm like, yo, this dude he's off his medication.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I had to literally stop watching his thing. And I said, hold up, did he just? And I was like, yes, he did. And I went back and just screen record real quick. I said, let me screen record this before he may take it down. But then he never did. That was bad. That's worse than an Eli moment. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's a fucking 45-minute video. It's still up. Only 50 people watched it, but you know.
No, but that's not the point. It's how he did that. And now barbecue
I'm saying
chicken.
More people should watch it. I'm encouraging people to watch it because it's embarrassing. He should be embarrassed.
Yeah, go watch it. I promote everybody's channel, man. Go ahead and watch that crap. Torp, barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken means that when you're in sports and you are down there, you about to kill your opponent, it's barbecue chicken. You are barbecue chicken. Click the link. I'm hungry. It's Juneteenth. We just got the whole history about barbecue. Come over to my table. I got an extra seat for you. Let's have a nigger talk.
Yeah, Torp, he used to hop on panels. I haven't seen him take any challenges recently. I was trying to get up there yesterday because, like I said, he had my name in his mouth for like 45 minutes. I'm like, dude, well, at least like let me defend myself. Drop the link so I can talk to you. How are you going to just disrespect me for 45 minutes? I didn't even say anything to him. All I said was literally, here goes Torp with the racist shit. And he went off for 45 minutes. I'm like, bro, I don't know, man. He's a weird guy. I hope he comes up though. That'll be, you know, he should explain himself, I think.
I hope he does too. He's got to explain. He talks so much. He tried to talk himself out of that battle and debate with JB Gunner 8,000 times. Torp, stand on what you got. Hot Facts, my brand, is the truth behind what you stand for. That's the motto. That's the mantra. That's Hot Facts. The truth behind what you stand for. That's what Hot Facts is. It's your truth, your words. Stand on your word. Don't run away and cower. Stand on your word, Torp. Stand, because if you don't, you look worse than Eli. You look worse than Eli right now. I would rather sit and share a pizza and laugh at Eli's videos with him rather than, like you are right now, Torp. I gave you pass after pass after pass, and I've shown people that, look, like, Reese ain't, whatever y'all make up, that's not what it is. I gave him a ton of passes for almost a year. I had to stop talking to the dude to figure out how I was going to still be able to be around the dude, since we go to similar channels and we're going to be around. So I had to even do that. A lot of you guys don't think that's hard work when I understand some of the undertones he says when he speaks. So when I was looking for a racist and he never opened his mouth, and I said JB Gunner came and he's gonna make undercovers come on out. Well,
Yeah,
now Torp, come on.
I think JB Gunner kind of broke Torp, man. He declined ever since that whole debate because
whooped his ass.
He loved JB and JB like didn't want to take him under his wing. So Torp, like, I don't know if he got mad at him for not drinking anymore, some weird shit. I don't know, man. But ever since then, Torp has just been sad. He seems depressed. You know, he's taking L after L.
And Torp, I ain't gonna take away your wrench. You can still have your wrench here. Your wrench is your safety if you want to get in here and talk. But I want you to, Torp, I want you to click the link. Right now it's like a Chuck E. Cheese and that game where the little things pop out the hole, and I got the furry mallet. I want to hit you with the mallet. Click the link.
But anyway, I'm gonna be listening. I'm gonna go cook some dinner. It's almost 7:30 here. So,
yes, sir. Go get it in, man.
Hop on here, man. You come defend yourself, dude.
Thank you. I'm trying to barbecue. This is a good Juneteenth because it's not me making up stuff. I could barbecue a white dude today, verbally, on Juneteenth. And you just got the history of barbecue, y'all. I'm ready to give Torp that secret sauce. I'm ready to marry. Look, I already did. Look, let me tell you how I'm gonna cook Torp. Let me tell you how I'm gonna cook Torp. Should I use cow, pork, or is Torp a chicken? Is he a cow? Is he a pig? Or is he a chicken? Torp is a chicken. Okay. So here's how I'm gonna go ahead and cook Torp, prepare Torp. People, very, 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 very simple. Very simple. I'm gonna take the boneless chicken breast because he has no bones. He has no backbone. Take them things on out. Okay. Take them on out. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get my mallet. Get that saran wrap. Beat them things on down, right? Beat them on down. Flatten them on out a little bit. Not real thin, just enough so I can have some stuff. Simple ingredients. Little sea salt. Little sea salt. Pink sea salt. Little pink sea salt. Little pepper. Little garlic. Okay. Minced garlic. Little bit of minced garlic. Let me get some extra virgin olive oil. Okay. Let me get me some red wine vinegar. Okay. And then just to go ahead to make Torp taste a little better, I'll get me a little bit of lemon pepper seasoning. Put that on up in there. Get a little bit about this much water. About that much water in there, just enough to get it going. Get that bag all shaking it up. Get that marinade all in there good. Let that go. Tie it on up. Put that inside the refrigerator. Let that thing get to where it's gonna get. While that is going on right there, people, I'm already gonna have the grill already doing its thing. I'm gonna go ahead and already have some vegetables already up there. I'm gonna cook Torp the chicken with. I'm gonna get some asparagus. I'm gonna use some asparagus. What else should I use with Torp? I'll use some asparagus. Oh, I'll use some asparagus. I'll use some sliced peaches. I'll put some sliced peaches. Hold up. I'll put some sliced peaches on there, grill them things on up. And I ain't even go give Torp no, he don't even need no rice. I'm gonna just cook the chicken and just have it like that. Leave the rest out. Okay. Now when I put that chicken on the grill, Torp, you hear the shh. It's already gonna be marinating overnight or at least an hour. Go put that on the grill, Torp. Get that all good. Go get that bread that my wife likes. She likes ciabatta bread or brioche. I think I'll use ciabatta bread on this one, Torp. I'll go ahead and scoop out some so it's not too bready on the inside. Oil it up, cook that thing down, add some provolone cheese on there, gets that stuff good. My wife likes pesto, so I'll get some green pesto, put that on the other one, get that there. Go get some baby spinach. Okay, get that chicken off, get it good, put that on there, get the nice sun-dried tomatoes that my wife got, put that on top of there, leave half the bread off so it looks real good. You got your asparagus sliding up on the top, you got your grilled peach right there, Torp, and then when it's all said and done, Torp, I dressed you up good for the killing. I'm not gonna do you dirty and just throw you in the microwave. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna cook you just like that, make you into a sandwich and eat you up. Made myself kind of hungry, Torp. I'm not gonna lie. My wife I saw her. She was like, "Oh, pesto, sun-dried tomato." Oh, she eats all that. Yeah, Torp. I made it how my wife would like the sandwich, cause you're not man enough for me to make pastrami. What's it gonna take, Torp? What's it gonna take? I'm not gonna do a cherry pick and throw blows at everybody else out there to try to get you to come up. This is just man to man, Torp. This is just man to man. You got some explaining to do, man. At least to me. You say you ride or die with me. I've been there. I've never doxed you. I never did none of this stuff. Well, you at least owe me that. And if not, you're whack as hell. And I don't want to see you go do a video and say, "Oh, I didn't want to go on Reese. I don't want to get muted." No, I'll let you speak. I want to hear what you got to say to how you're gonna dig yourself up out of this hole. I think Pedro would have even clicked the link if he would have said so. I was up there with him for a little bit. He clicked the link because of the stuff with Bobby. You said you like drama, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it, Torp. N-word this, N-word that, N-word this, N-word that. The hell wrong with you, man? The hell wrong with you? The hell wrong with you? I'm not gonna ban you. I'm not gonna do that. You just gotta figure out what you're gonna do. I'm gonna play this next clip, y'all. Let's try to give Torp a little bit of time. Let's try to give Torp a little bit of time. Let me go ahead and play a clip, man. Let me go ahead and play a clip. I want to get into the robot thing, but in case you guys missed it, I showed it yesterday. Come on, Torp. You know what? I'm gonna get into the robot thing. Let's get into the robot thing. Shame on you, Torp.
And I'm here with Digit from Agility Robotics.
Say hi, Digit.
Digit is meant to work in logistics, stacking and moving boxes and totes. And you've probably noticed that it looks a little different. Digit's legs are closer in terms of how they function to a bird's legs, and they give it some interesting advantages when it comes to working in a human-centered environment. For example, it's easier for Digit to crouch all the way down without its legs getting in the way. While there are a lot of interesting humanoid robots around, Agility just opened a new factory where they're going to be mass-producing robots just like this, and that means you might see them around a lot more. So are you ready for your next delivery to come from a robot?
And it moves like a contortionist RoboCop. Will the new Atlas compete with its fellow humanoid robots like the Tesla bot and Digit from Agility Robotics in doing warehouse work? Boston Dynamics gave some hints. New grippers are in development that could serve a variety of functions, and the new design signals the company's move toward commercialization. For example, Tesla bot is often shown performing various types of labor, with the occasional yoga pose thrown in. Whereas Boston Dynamics promotional videos for HD Atlas tended to focus on the robot's capabilities, with the occasional work task thrown in. Tesla says Optimus is made for tasks that are, quote, unsafe, repetitive, or boring, and Boston Dynamics says its Atlas is made for tasks that are, quote, dull, dirty, and dangerous. This rolls into the overarching industry-wide sales pitch that says robots aren't here to take your jobs, they're here to augment people or to do the jobs that most people don't want. How that plays out in reality remains to be seen.
All right, people. So we already know that if you worked in a warehouse, they said repetitive jobs, the dangerous, the everything. The warehouse is dangerous. Okay, they already have the machines, the robots that are able to go pick up the loads and take them to where the truck is. Okay, the load master goes and makes sure that's the right load, because even humans make the mistake by stocking something in the wrong area. Okay, if that happens, the load master goes and checks this, not that. Go ahead, see who's the last driver that put that there. They go find out where that thing is, and bada boom, bada bing. They already have that. Now, as you see that, the workers are going to be replaced by the robots actually on the assembly line as picking the items and putting them in the totes, which means you don't need the humans for that anymore. Okay, so all those human jobs are going to be gone because they say, we don't want to do this job. We want to swim the warehouse and all this stuff. So since you don't want to do it, they're going to do it. So now you're going to get the robots picking them, putting them in their bins, and then the other robots going to take the load to the truck to where you only need a load master, a clerk, a coordinator, an AM1 for each department that you have. All those other people are going to be out using a phone to do their gig work. That's how the economy is running. Now, you saw one that was made for the warehouse. You also saw another one that was pretty much made to do everything else. It can jump, it can do everything else there. So if these robots are going to be doing this, now imagine, people, imagine there's a UPS driver, right? He's driving the truck, but the robot automatically knows how to go to the section in the truck to get that item, go out, take it to the front door. It knows how to open the gate, take it to the front door, drop it off. You can risk a dog attacking a robot over a human. You know what I'm saying? They'll go ahead, but the human will drive, the robot will take it up. So now those seasonal jobs that humans used to have, that will be taken away by a robot. Think about that. They already have. Remember, we used to be able to see, like, I use attorney at law, not Jacob and Myers. I used who did I use for my car accident? I use Larry Parker. Okay, I use Larry Parker in insurance, right? I mean, lawyers, right? So I talked to the agent came to the house, sat down, went over everything. Now they have AI agents and lawyers that are taking care so that the other lawyers can do what they want to do. So the AI movement is taking over all. That means paralegals are going to be losing their jobs. Paralegals are going to be doing gig work now. Okay? Paralegals will turn into notary writers and things like that. Now, could you imagine an AI bot doing notary? Since it's digitally, it can all be stamped. It can all be done. Notaries will be out. Okay. Now you're gonna have selfless human driving cars. So if you have a selfless driving car and you have a robot that can get out and take it to where it has to go, now you have a robot doing the delivery. So now you look at how Pizza Hut in California, they're dropping a ton of their drivers, right? A ton of their drivers. Pickups and some of these places here, they're going to be using some of these vehicles. They're going to test these vehicles out. So regular pizza delivery jobs for those guys are going to be out. It's going to be on the phone, people. It's going nuts. So our, robot takeover, are human jobs in jeopardy? There's a ton of human jobs in jeopardy. The ones the robots can't take are sports, boxing and fighting and things like that. But a robot can learn how to sing. A robot, we got break dancing. Robot, it's called the robot. Robots gonna be able to dance. Robots can be everything. You see Jake Paul and them got a robot. Bill Gates got a robot. He's a robot. Terminator, people. iRobot. We are in all those times right now. God coming back. I'm telling you. God coming back. When we see a robot running the country, he gonna push the button and wipe everybody out. Hey, how many of y'all voting for the robot? The robot could rig the election. So now I want to get into this one right here. I spoke about it last night, but I want to get into this now. I want to get into support from other channels and people that say they support your channels. And when people say, hey, can you shout my channel out? Or look, man, I'm trying to get my channel monetized, man. Can you watch the videos for me and things like that so I get my watch hours up? You go and do these things for people. You're shouting their channels out. You're putting them up all over the place. You go to their community posts. They have not shared not one of your videos. Not even one of your community posts. But when you'll ask them, they'll say, yeah, I got you. Now, I've asked about 15 different people. Not one of them has done the same thing for me. But when they see that I do it for them, they say, thank you, I appreciate it. So if you are one of those people, you know who you are. Obviously, you can go through my community posts or just look at your mentions. Look at your mentions. You'll see. If you don't return that same love, you don't want to have a community. Now, I'm never gonna stop doing what I do. Never that. Never that. But when people say they like to support people and you go check their community post and they're like, yeah, man, or what they'll do is they'll tell people when they're like, oh, go share his video. It's on his page. Go share his video. No, why don't you share it right now? You got a night bot. Why don't you share it? Why don't you promote it? Why don't you share it? Why you gotta have somebody else do it? It's a lot of fake people out there. I'm not calling out no names. I'm just saying. People like me have been doing it from day one when they came in, supporting and promoting other channels and helping them get to where they got to get. There's a lot of channels that I've seen that help out the people in the community like how I do. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. And they're not getting that love either. I want to give a shout out to Pat Gigtainment for doing a thing on Father's Day about making money on Father's Day and everything else there. His channel was doing something good every day. What's up to Pat Gigtainment? Y'all make sure y'all go check out Pat Gigtainment videos just about every day. It's like 2 a day right now. Go ahead, check them out. Cargo vans and everything. Real gig work. Black brother in there getting it in. He's up there on one of the 15 people up there on that picture there. Real good channel there. Great channel there to be exact. That's why I shout them out. We got a lot of people. So we got a lot of people that help people. We got to get you guys to start helping. And and I ain't talking about what they be saying, e-begging and not who be eating. No, I'm talking about support. I'm talking about, man, do you see? All right, here's how support works. If, let's say, we all know everybody is not going to like a video, right? But let's say everybody in the chat shared that live that they were in on a community post. Let's say if all right, the other night, Roy had like 55 people in there, right? Let's say 50 people shared his live stream. From those 50 people that shared that live stream, other people are gonna watch it and it's gonna share. That's why I show you guys on my community post when I put up my stats, how many shares I get in a week, in a month. It's not coming from my community. All those shares and likes are coming from other communities that watch my stuff who are unbiased. That's why I show that. And everyone's like, dang, that's a lot of likes and shares. It's not nearly enough because from the community that you're in, majority of that should come from that community. And it's multiplying. You got to do the math and multiply it. That's how it works. You don't get that. You got people that want to dwindle, or I think that channel is going in that direction and my channel's not, so I don't want to even do nothing because it's going to take away people watching from my channel. It ain't even like that. Just do good stuff. Make stuff that's entertaining. Do some good stuff. That's all it is. Stop hating. That's all it is. I'm talking about real support. How many of you guys are sharing this on your Facebook, on your Instagrams, on the whatever else it is? How many of you guys are sharing these things over there? I bring over Facebook stuff and share them here. You know, how many of you guys are actually sharing? It's called social media. A lot of these videos don't get seen and don't go viral all the time because other people watch other platforms over one. Share the stuff out there. I guarantee if Joe Biden slapped somebody in the face and called him the N-word, you guys would share that to your family and your friends and all that stuff. I also got something to say. My son wasn't here. My other son goes on the Instagram. Well, they both go on the gram, but Dylan and my daughter comes on here on YouTube. So my son was on here. You know, I was going over the Celtics and everything. So when Tammy doxed me and she was talking about, oh, Reese beats his ex-wife and all the stuff, that was my son right there. So I've never been married to his mom. He's a managing moderator. So I would like, and I'm going to unblock Tammy and all them other people. So when my son is here, I want you to make up all that stuff that you made up in front of him. Now, my son's a teenager. My boys are teenagers. They're very smart. I would give him the choice. You can go off and curse her the hell out and do what you want to do, or you can go ahead and be respectful and just leave it alone. Done deal. I also did this. I was talking about the Eliers in front of my son and how they stalk people, they harass them, they made Don have a seizure and all this stuff. I told my son about all of them. My son is up in here. It's all good deal. It's all good deal. What she did deal was she brought up your mom's address. She brought up your name, went doing background searches. She did that stuff and made up a whole bunch of stuff and then all this other stuff. But it's all good. But people, you got to understand that when you do these things, there's other impacts that when you do these things, and one of them is kids. Okay. Now, I would tell them all the Eliers names because I'll let them ban all you guys. But I want you Eliers to know that none of you will bring your kids into your own live stream because you talk about Eli nonstop. You don't want your kids to see that you guys are idiots and you guys bully and harass people how little kids do in elementary school. You don't want those people. You don't want your kids to see that stuff. You don't want people to see that stuff. That's why Cherry says it all the time. You guys don't tell your family and your co-workers about Eli. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. You don't want anyone to know that. I'm telling my son, all you guys are weirdos, stalking people, doing this stuff and putting up, and you guys dox people and you put up his information. You put up his information. You brought up my court case with the child support court case. You brought up you read the stories from this, and you did a whole lot of stuff. I want to keep all that like a secret from him like that, just so he didn't know about that stuff. But he a boy and he a man, and I'll let my other boy know too, because they watch. You gotta watch out for people like this. They do stuff like that. They do stuff like that. They do stuff like that. The impact that you guys be talking about, you guys don't know where it reaches. And you guys go way too far with stuff. You guys go way too far. You guys go way too far. You guys will go bring up people's medical history and all type of things just to put it out there for no reason. Just for no reason. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I should give my son and let him know all the YouTube channels names that be doing that stuff, so he can flood it out there. So he can flood it out there. You know, teenagers can get the word out faster than us old people. You guys do know that, right? We old as hell. To kids, have you ever walked up to like a 10-year-old kid and they look at your beard and they see the gray hair and they like, dang, you're almost dead? Like, dude, I'm not even old. You're just 10 years old. You don't even know nothing. You don't even know nothing. Do you know what old is? Old is when you get like 70. When you get like 70, that's when you're old. You're still boxing and doing everything. Like Mike Tyson about to fight at 58 years old. You ain't old until you're like 70 years old. You're old when your joints in your knees start popping for no reason. You're old when you like, man, I got a little bit of juice, and you just take a weird step and you pull a muscle behind your leg. That's when you're old. You're old when you got your kid and you want to throw your kid in the air and you can't get your kid up past your shoulder. You like, oh dang, yeah, you ain't worked out. You ain't did a push-up. That's when you old. That's when you're old. You're old when you call all your kids the exact same name. You're old when the DMV makes you wear those big old giant black glasses that go across your face, and whenever you're driving, you don't want to drive next to that person. You think that you go crash. You're old when you go to the community center at the park to get your free lunch and play bingo. Yeah. 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 That's when you're old. That's when you're old. You're old when you cannot remember things in kindergarten anymore. I'm pretty sure we can all remember some moments in kindergarten. When you get old, you ain't gonna remember them. That's when you're old. But young kids can spread the word out there. Spread the word out there. We got people out there that dox Cherry, and I don't know why Thunder mad. He has a full business with all his information on it. He's doxing him. Said that's not even doxing when you have a public. I don't know. But you got people's families being hit and doxed. You got a whole lot. People are getting fired from their W-2s. People are afraid to put certain things up because we got people that are going way too far. People are putting up how many times people have been married, people's deceased relatives. Dill, let me tell you something crazy that they did. This channel did. This guy gave me a copyright strike, because I took his video and I showed what he said. He said he was going to take the pictures of you, Trey, and Ava and Cam, and put them on Kiwi Farms and put them on the dark web and make pornographic pictures and videos of you guys and put them there. That's what they threatened my kids with, y'all. And Flex has those people over on his channel. This is my boy in the chat. That would really affect him. He got scholarship potential. That can jack his whole stuff up there. You guys don't think about shit. You guys don't think about shit. It's hit the fan now. You never know how Reese go strike. I ain't gotta strike and make videos about you guys to make you guys do all this stuff. I can just talk reality, like Nitro Freak said. He brings the reality in, and he shuts a lot of people down, and he shuts them down quick. And he shuts them down quick. That's what Nitro Freak said. That's what Nitro Freak said. So when I can talk about it in front of my own and not hide it, I'm not an e-liar. You guys will hide everything. Now I wonder how you guys feel. Dang, his kid knows all the his kid now knows that this is what these evil people do. How you guys gonna back those people now? I hit you guys in a little bit different ways than doing what you guys normally expect. I ain't gotta call people names. I ain't gotta do none of that stuff. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just talking about the effects things like that can have from cyberbullying and doxing people's information. There's generations of effects that can come from it. If you would like to click the link is up here. Because we got about 15 minutes and that's it. So, like Forrest Gump said, that's all I got to say about that. In the meantime, I'll let you guys watch this cop get gunned down.
Come in. Oh, maybe that way. How you doing? Yeah. You stay here? Come with my girl. What room does she live in? The next one over? Oh, okay. Hey, can I stop you? Sure. Yes, sir.
Somebody was for it.
Yeah. All right. Just take time with us real quick. Yes, sir. Can I just give her a call or something? Yes, cool. Can I just give her a call? Like, sorry. Who's a call? My girl? Who's your girl? She's in there. What's her name? She's out there. Can I give her a call? Is it Boo? Not right now. Oh, come on, boss. It's please. Hey, stop. Hold on, just hold on. Hold on. Oh, God, I'm hit. I'm hit. I'm hit. Oh. You okay? I'm hit. Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired. Oh.
He's running downstairs right now.
I'm hit.
Where?
What? Oh, God, I can't move.
On the third floor of the apartment complex.
How you doing? Yeah.
You stay here?
Maybe. I'm waiting for my girl. What room does she live in? The next one over. Hey, can I stop you right here real quick? Yes, sir. Just drop your stuff. Yes, sir. No? Yeah. All right. Just hang tight with us real quick. Yes, sir. Can I just give her a call or something? Is it cool? Sorry? Can I just give her a call? Like, sorry. Give her a call. My girl? Who's your girl? She's in there. What's her name? She's out there. Can I give her a call? Is it cool? All right, now. Oh, come on, boss. It's please. Hey, stop. Hold on. Hold on. Shots fired. I'm hit. I'm hit. You okay? I'm hit. Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired. 6603.
Running downstairs.
Where are you shot? I'm hit. What? Oh, God, I can't move. Oh, here's that way. How you doing?
You stay here?
Dumped on. Officer got dumped on. People's safety right there. The dude had his hand in his bag the whole time, got dumped on. I got another video where the cops see the guy reaching in his pocket and they dump on him. I got that video too. I showed them last night. They're on the live stream last night. I showed those. Showed those here. I got another one for you guys here. I got another one for you guys. And people are like, I won't show that on my channel. I'll get taken down. You gotta have warnings and everything, people.
He's in the car over here. Show me your hands. Show me your hands.
This is him.
Is this him?
Yeah. Put your
hands on the wheel.
Put your hands up.
Hands on the wheel. Do it now.
Hands on the wheel. Put your hands on the wheel. Put the phone down.
Unlock the car. Unlock the car.
Unlock the car. You're gonna break the window. Unlock it. You got warrants, man. Stand back there. Put your hands up.
31-1, gunpoint.
Unlock the car. Unlock the car.
Put your hand out of your pocket. You're gonna get shot.
Hand out of your pocket.
Hand out of your pocket.
Hand out of your pocket.
Hand on the wheel.
Now. Do it now. You're ready. No, you can call her when you get out. Get out.
Hand on the wheel.
Mason, you got him. Cover him. If you don't break it, I'll put him out.
Bad crossfire.
Bad.
He's reaching the pocket. Get out of your pocket.
Stop.
Shots fired, 27, additional unit, signal 100, signal 116, 09 Fairview Street, 1609
Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
There was another one, people. There was another one. Now, this guy was reaching, and they lit him up. Those cops wanted to go home. The other cops were a little bit different. They allowed him to, these guys did not. Situations happen as police officers, people, respect them. A lot of them are going to be getting paid for not being at work today on Juneteenth. Respect them. Respect everybody else out there. Torp, you did not click the link. You're a bad guy. Until then, Torp, you built a hot seat, and HotFacts is not rocking with you right now. You slid off, and HotFacts can I can't tolerate that, G. I can't tolerate that. At least we know with JB Gunner. Deal. They did these people go and pay for background stuff to figure out if you have kids or things like that. That's what they do. That's what they do. If anything weird happens, I already let them know. It's already was set on up that when that dude was gonna come out here, he was gonna get lit up. So if that was gonna happen, if anything happens, the authorities and everyone already know. So in case anything happens, the cyber team and everything, they will be dealt with. I already went and took care of everything behind the scenes. So if anything happens, that's why nothing has happened. If anything happens, then that's it. Someone showing up at the house and stuff like that, that ain't all that stuff is dead. I already went behind the scenes and did all that. So nah, me and Torp are not cool no more. I'm not cool with Torp anymore. I'll play it. I'm not cool with Torp anymore.
Yes, with $100 bill and throw it at Flex like it was his job. That's the shit that made me sick right there. Motherfucker, I don't give a fuck how much money you got. Can you make a point or not? Some niggers fucking throw around the money like it's their job to prove a point. That's what Biden doing. Biden is the whitest nigger I know. Pisses me off. I'm going to say it out loud. What's up?
That's why every week he adds in an extra one. So pretty soon his whole sentence is going to be N-word, the whole sentence. So he won't click the link. He said he likes the hot seat. He said he likes what it's all about. All that other stuff. And so I was hoping he was going to click the link. He don't want to click the link. He don't want to talk about it. At least JB Gunner clicked the link. At least Eli even went up on Roy's and even tried to. Torp is lower than Eli. He's at the bottom of the totem pole. He said he's a bottom feeder, and I guess we know now. So, yeah. I guess we know now. He was being for real. He was being for real. He is a bottom feeder, and everything is the way it is. So with that said, people, we gonna be out of here like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. I'm out.
Time's wasted and I'm all in. Graduated from rapping, now my thoughts is being a top 10. Moving into the top 10, but if I'm not him, I'm a loaded Glock 10. Special issue spitter. Rip your tissue, nigga, make your thoughts bend out then back in. The reality is we are all men, but we are not equal. It's the have versus the have nots. Even weenie niggas got Glocks. You can talk shit and get socked. Before I park, I still circle the block. Niggas been waiting for me to drop like Detox, classic Reebok. Long Beach hat strap, running a week off. Walking the street tops, listen to the street talk, then we weave off. Celebrity G off, nigga. Long Beach, North Side, on our t-shirt and everything, metal sagging out the G-Ride. Cause when we ride, you can see it in your eyes that you's a full bitch. When the heat rises, niggas act surprised and then I flame shit. Who I came with, deranged strange, speak another language. Niggas be not from the city and still claim it. Stand for something, above anything. That's what the OGs told me, so I listen. Real riders don't fold under pressure. We become the diamonds people mention. I'm the rose in the concrete. I'm the diamond from the rose. I'm the rose from the concrete. I'm the diamond from the coal. The vision is not far-fetched.